And we're back on Facebook. We'll be back on YouTube momentarily. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, you did not hear me just say that. We are sorry. Again, we were talking about the cameras overheating. Well, our main board for controlling the cameras also overheated. And when that overheats, our feed is down. And our second computer overheated, and we had to turn a bunch off. So we have a little portable air conditioner blowing on the main board right now. We are, again, cycling some cameras through the refrigerator, the cooler, and it's cooperated. There's a big cloud has moved over the sun right now, and some wind has kind of blown, so that's been nice for us.
Well, the good thing is I don't think we missed any runs, so
No.
Still 2-0 for Quebec. Ontario up to bat. Right now we are in the bottom of the third, 2 outs. And we'll get you caught up to date. Quebec with 6 hits. Sorry. The
Bottom of the fourth.
Bottom of the fourth.
He's been working on
Yeah.
helping with the camera so much.
Yeah.
And the top of the fourth, Quebec did get 2 hits, left the runners on. Ontario didn't get any hits there in the bottom of the fourth, so it's still 2-0 Ontario over Quebec. As we go into the top of the 5th inning, the fast-moving game.
Yeah,
All things said,
that was the 3rd inning. Yes, I'm scoring the game, so there's no way I missed that many at bats. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. The scoreboard had 4, so I was confused, and I made you think you were confused, but you weren't.
I didn't miss that many at bats. If we want to get you caught up, Bridget Kelly and Adrienne Levesque had base hits for Quebec in the top of the third, but Isabella Denis and Castillo Denis popped up, and Castillo grounded out to end the top of the third. At the bottom of the third, it was the second baseman Tomotsugu. She struck out. Amber Flanagan grounded out, and you just saw Lindsay Wilcox for Ontario fly out.
The whole time he's lying. I'm shooting it's the camera shooting the ground.
Oh.
So now we're told that our cameras are actually facing the ball game as well as being back.
I'll just put on my radio voice here and just at least give you the audio play-by-play here.
I look better on the radio than television anyway, although you're not seeing much of me today. All right, and
so plug the power in the mouse and I'll pull the fridge.
So we are back. I don't have my comment reader now, as that's getting thrown in the cooler now.
So I guess we'll just say everybody get the shares out there. The comments won't be read out loud, but maybe we'll try to pull them up on the phone or something.
And but we're able to still give you the game here. Top of the fourth, Quebec is back up to bat. Now I am way behind, but
Alex Fournier up to bat here. Like we said, Quebec leading 2-0 right now. Good game so far as we see that hit right at the shortstop. Able to knock it down, will not get the throw.
A good play by the shortstop still, and that should definitely be a hit and not an error, because I think even if a normal play, you probably aren't making that throw.
Adrienne LeBlanc up to bat here. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning.
Got a runner on first here. Again, no outs. Top of the fourth to people who are making their way back to us. We apologize again. Oh, we're having another camera issue maybe.
Well,
or it might be a camera issue.
I think we're just trying to get
a Glenn issue.
Yeah.
Not only are cameras overheating, I think Glenn's overheating.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Well, all technology is struggling right now. So for everybody on YouTube, you have to say Erica had the pitcher for Quebec having a good game as we get caught up on YouTube people as well. Attempted steal here. That's going to be a base hit. Runner on first going to third on that steal as Adrian LeBlanc getting that hit in, getting a runner to third. And with no outs. So runners on the corner, no outs. I think we're 100% back right now.
I think some of our devices are just being a little slow to update that we're back, but hopefully for your devices in your nice air-conditioned houses.
I see I got an alert on Facebook that we're live, so I know that we are 100% live now.
See, my Facebook, I still can't find it, so I was a little worried as well as Glenn, it looks like, but we'll see. See, I had problems with the Facebook app, so I use the website, so maybe that's my problem. I'm not as fast.
I get that's a great feature. I know I am. Every time the Manitoba Sports Network goes live, you get an alert on your phone. I think everybody should definitely do that, especially if you're watching on Facebook, so you won't miss anything that we do. We're also going live for motocross this weekend, so a busy weekend across the Manitoba Sports Network.
This is 2-1 to Gouvernement. Runners on first and third. Now 3-1, top of the fourth. Quebec has a 2-0 lead right now.
Threatening to add to that here. Vermont bats 9th in the order, so she'll be looking to flip it. Oh, she was on her way to first, and the ump says no, that was a strike. Come back. And Gouvernement able to hit right up the middle. That'll cash in a run. Fournier coming home very easily.
You can't check Facebook to do that. Oh, did you push live?
Is the one with a run scoring.
We went live at 3:41.
I didn't do that second hit go live.
Au bâton pour l'équipe du Québec. La voltigeuse de centre de center fielder. Number 4,
I didn't hit go live the second time.
Labelle.
No, it's here.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, right here.
That's right now.
Yeah,
7 minutes, man.
yeah.
I still don't think I hit goal.
Sit there.
Well,
You had to.
I'm seeing
why not?
Mount visit here as runners now on first and second. Ontario at 58 pitches. It looks like bringing out a fresh arm.
Trying to keep her under that 60 so she can work Saturday, I would imagine.
Coach just giving instructions to Tara Taylor. Taylor got some action in, but not as pitching in the game this morning with Manitoba.
Now pitching for Team Ontario.
So it'll be a little bit as she gets warmed up. She wasn't warming up in the bullpen, so
Number 21, Tara Taylor.
maybe not expecting that. As she'll face the top of the order here with no outs and runners on first and second. So the challenge, a bit of a steep challenge here for Taylor.
Now we're just trying to get everything updated and everyone. So if you've switched over and you're getting text messages from your friends, from your family, wondering where the feed is, let them know that we have to switch over. Trying to message on the old feed to switch over to the new feed, but yeah, my devices aren't really working to do that. So, and if, just share this new feed to people who may...
Whoa!
Oh, sorry, buddy. That doesn't work. Right in your crotch.
And we just had a spill of our new air conditioner unit. And Cassidy, you might have heard him say, whoa, in the background. Glenn trying to douse him.
Okay, apparently we're fine. Just a little accident there.
Trying to get equipment away from the new water, the
Yeah,
river.
the
I bet it
river.
felt good.
I mean, it's in a we'll say unideal condition, unideal position where that water spilled.
He didn't have an accident. It is water.
Yes.
Ball inside, 2-0 against LaBelle.
Glenn can barely compose himself here. He's laughing pretty good. I saved the papers at least, you know.
So
We'll
still
save
have-
the score sheet.
Still have your stats. It is 3-0 now. For those that are late and switching over, Quebec did get another run here in the top of the fourth. There is no outs. LaBelle has a 3-0 count with runners on first and second. So Quebec is looking to expand their lead.
That was Adrian LeBlanc who cashed in Alex Fournier, I believe. Or no, sorry, Gouvernement. Gouvernement got the RBI there.
Oh yes,
Cashing in Fournier.
hard hit up the gut.
And it was an easy jog for Fournier, who had gone first to third on LeBlanc's base hit. LaBelle draws the walk to continue the inning. Still no outs.
And again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. Normally, again, it's internet or sound, but today it's just heat. I mean, iPads they're all black, and our computer's black, and our soundboard's black, and it's just retaining heat.
Don't exactly have the best ventilation either, so
Yeah.
and even the computer is on our nice with a
Black
nice
cloth.
table over our table, so the
You know,
the fan for the computer not exactly working at best capacity either.
and our friendly cloud that blocked the sun for us for about 5 minutes there has since decided to go on his way, and the sun is beating down hot on us again. 2-0 pitch, 2-1 now, called strike.
We're obviously in between the dugouts here. I can see the Quebec flag that's by their dugout fluttering pretty good, but we're kind of stuck here. Not feeling in much of that
Outside
breeze.
pitch. Yeah, well, the side cameras are they're staying cool. It's these back ones underneath our tent.
Yeah,
So.
I think they're up into the wind. They're pretty high up, as you can see from the angle. Still no outs here in the bottom of the fourth, I believe.
Top of the
Top of the fourth. Catterall pops up to the shortstop. She'll catch that. Looked like infield fly was in effect. Well, the nice thing is it's hot enough out that I think it's gonna the watermarks are gonna go away before the end of this game.
Nice called strike there.
Still got it, it's fine.
Bridget Kelly up to bat, left fielder. Count goes to 1-1. 1 out now here in the top of the fourth. As that ball gets passed. And coming around to score is Andrian LeBlanc.
So it's now 4-0, 1 out here in the top of the fourth.
This is gonna help. It won't help that one.
As long as we
But if I bring it up, this one's gonna. This one's cool. We can sort of swap. You can swap. Go to one camera. Well, I have another spare one.
All right, so we think the system we now have set up will prevent future overheatings, as long as we can keep Glenn's face from not being in front of the little air conditioner and the main switchboard. So
Bridget Kelly drawing the walk to reload the bases. 1 out now. Catcher going out to make sure everything's good.
Loaded bases with only one out. You don't want to give Quebec a bigger lead. You know, Ontario, they can come back from 4 runs and 4 innings of hitting, but you know, 6 runs is it's a lot harder at this point of the game. So
looking to limit the damage here. Hit hard into left field. No tag. Good job from the left fielder there to get it in. Lindsay Wilcox hitting leadoff and playing left field.
De retrait pour le Québec, au bâton, l'arrêt court. The shortstop, the numéro 15, number 15, Isabella Denis.
Isabelle Denis now coming up. 2 outs, bases loaded here, top of the 4th. First pitch high, ball 1. Denis reached on an error and popped up out. This is her 3rd time up at bat. Glenn's still laughing about that. Can barely contain himself. I think the heat might have gotten to him. Another pass ball.
That'll bring in another run for Quebec.
Gouvernement coming around now.
Talking about everything that's black in our setup, but Glenn's hat on the top of his set is also black, so, or formerly black. It's kind of rust brown. But so we're here in the top of the 4th inning, 2 outs left. Quebec 3-0 count has 5-0, and that'll be another base loading walk with powerful and fast Castillo at the plate. Bases loaded now.
Au bâton pour le Québec, la receveuse, la numéro 3. Now batting the catcher, number 3, Marie-France Castillo.
Called strike the first pitch. Second pitch in the dirt. 1-1 is the count.
Castillo looking to get Quebec batting through the order in this 4th inning. Another ball in the dirt. Tara Taylor coming in this tough inning, trying to limit the damage. That ball's in there for a strike. Evens up the count to 2-2.
Pitch.
Outside to
Fills
full
the
count now. Runners going, and that'll walk in another run.
Just see Ontario coach going out to the mound. They'll likely get another pitcher change. We'll see bullpen coming back to the dugout.
We can just do it flat now.
And there's the ball handoff, and that'll be in number 6, Megan Crandall coming in. This pitching change brought to you by our friends over at Canalta Hotels. A 7-star commitment is in their DNA. They provide above and beyond service in a welcoming and comfortable atmosphere. They have amazing beds, warm hot breakfast at no charge, and a 7-star service guarantee that you'll enjoy your stay. Discover them over at Canalta Hotels. That's CANALTA hotels.com. They're staying in the area. Now we hope everyone has switched back. The score, Evelyn, is 6-0. Quebec has 6, Ontario has 0. It is the top of the fourth with 2 outs. We have bases loaded. Yes, there the runner at second's talking to the runner on third there. I lost track of them during this outage, but bases are loaded. It's a tough spot, something we don't see from Ontario really. Down by 6 and through the order, more runs. You know, it's 2 outs, so you can put them away now. But if the ball slips through, that's a scary time.
Alex Fournier started off this inning. She was the first batter in this top of the fourth, and kicked it off with a base hit. So she's looking for a 2-hit inning here.
And again, we apologize for the outage. We hope everything is back up and running. Everything here is a little bit cooler.
Fournier already has an RBI in this game.
And we hope that Evelyn's still cheering on Ontario. She knows Ontario big bats, and their pitching and defense is solid. So, I mean, you're running out of game here halfway through the game, but until that final call, Ontario can put up 6 at any time. And we talked about Quebec's pitching last year at the tournament being probably the most all-around solid. Their pitchers, Ontario had one, Nova Scotia. Carly, we saw her again today. Just a single pitcher that just above and beyond, but just kind of all the way throughout. There is no weak spot in Quebec's pitching. First pitch is a called strike, so it will be hard for Ontario to get 6 runs. But again, their bats, they turn on their bats and they can put up 4 runs in an inning almost effortlessly. It seems that we saw earlier today against Manitoba. Ball is hit up. And there we go. That's the top of the fourth is out or done. Always time for a rally. There you go. We've talked about the rally today. We had 2 blowouts earlier today, and it's one of the things is you call a game a blowout that's down by 6, 7, 8, and I mentioned it a couple times already today. I'll mention it again because we were at a game, up by 7. I think it was 7 now. Maybe it was 6, maybe it was 8. But anyway, team's down in the bottom and they hit up 17 runs and actually mercy rule the other team. So the rally in baseball, you see it all the way up into the majors. You get one guy get the bat on the ball, just nice contact. Next guy does it, and everyone's excited on their feet. All of a sudden, a bunch of runs are touching the plate. So Ontario is definitely not out of it, but they'll definitely want to smack the ball hard against a Hod here in the bottom of the fourth.
Batters right where you want, I think. You have your number 2, number 3, and number 4 batters up in your order. This is probably where you want to be. I had very efficient right now. Only 33 pitches through 3 innings.
And we'll see. And we'd like to thank Sonova Credit Union, our inning sponsor for this tournament. Sonova has 15 full-time branches in Stonewall, Toonlawn, Selkirk, Lac du Bonnet, Pinawa, Beausejour, Pine Falls, 2 in Oakbank, Dugald, Birds Hill, Whitemouth, and 3 in Winnipeg. So they have a good, nice stretch in the Interlake, in Southern Interlake, in Eastern Manitoba, and Winnipeg. Sonova Credit Union, relationship matters most. Talked about their dogs. T. St. Bernard, Lily, and I was going to say Gallahan, but no, Gallagher.
Not sure if that's showing up, but you can see there's an advertisement for Sonova right underneath the scoreboard here.
Kind of see it in the...
Yeah, there's a smiling St. Bernard on that advertisement.
So if you're in the area and either looking for a new bank or just not liking the deals, too much monthly fees maybe at your bank, give them a check as we come to the top of the order. Or sorry, not the top, second. Bottom of the fourth inning. Stephanie Ellis, solid hair through and through, looking to start this rally that Evelyn is cheering for here on Facebook.
Has 2. One of the 2 Ontario hits had a double in the first inning, but was caught stealing. Nice little move from Had to get it back to second base, or actually to spin around, and just ran at her. Some nice, good fundamental baseball. If you have a runner caught in a rundown and a person on second and a person on third, run right at them. And so didn't panic. Didn't panic and made the right move and got the out.
Second pitch was called a little outside for a ball, and 1-1 count. A bit of a low swing, popped out, shallow left. Second baseman, ooh, dives to make the play, and I think it hit off her glove and bounced out. A good effort, but just not in time. Likely it is a charged error on the play. As we have Julia Jodoin coming up, player of the game, first game. Cassidy had a chance to talk to her after the game.
Yeah, she mentioned how in the run-up to this, plate discipline was a focus for them. You saw it in Manitoba. They were very good at getting walks and obviously hit by pitches, so they were so that was a point of emphasis for them, she said.
First pitch, ooh, hard swing, but swings right by it. Yeah, it's plate discipline is one thing when you're taking walks, but when you're standing there and not swinging defensively when it hits you, that's pretty impressive. Derek had joined early. I wonder if he's still watching, and he made a comment about leaning into that pitch, and we never were able to get him hit by a pitch last year. Now he's avoiding this year. Second pitch, it's an outside ball.
I don't know if you can see the scoreboard. I think the scorer charged the error to the wrong team there, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right. He charged it to Ontario.
As
it's one of those ones.
Times, yeah. Even though Ontario is up to bat, the error goes to the other team.
I know that was always one thing in baseball that I had to watch it a lot until I figured that out because I wasn't sure. Ooh, nice hard hit going to left over shortstop, drops it in. Runner's able to advance to second, but we got runners on first and second with Emma Carr coming up to bat.
Juliet showing first baseman, great hitter. I believe led in RBIs last year, so.
Jodoin, I believe, had the most RBIs. I don't have my stats from last year. I should get a file for these things, but I'm pretty sure she won the hitting award. I know she was a finalist for sure. But Emma Carr's up to bat, and Evelyn talking about on Facebook the rally, and we could have seen the start of it with no outs here in the bottom of the fourth, 2 runners on, and another solid bat, and Emma, first swing goes out behind her dugout.
Yeah. And it starts with an error, actually.
That's true.
If this snowballs, and it's runners on first and second with no outs, so pretty good position for Ontario to be in.
Oh, 1 pitch. Emma calls time. Pitcher taking a little long. She wants to. You get so tense up, kind of waiting for that pitch, that when it just takes too long, you've kind of almost shifted or whatever. It gets hard. So you call time and kind of readjust. Getting ready. And here she is. Called strike. 0-2. It's amazing just how fast your ice water gets warm on this table. Nice hit. Oh, drives up the middle, and we likely have a run coming around. Here comes Ellis, and she makes it home from second. Jodoin goes to second. And we talked about that rally, and we got runners on first and second still, and a run on the board for Ontario.
This is what you want to see out of that part of your order. These hits are no doubters. These are base hits that were never in doubt, and nobody's going to reach to them. Emily Baxter now up, no outs. First pitch low and inside, ball 1. Hit towards first base. Runners will advance on that, but
that's not a wasted
Baxter thrown out at first.
So
it's a ground bound.
It's a ground out on the score sheet, but if she had laid down the bunt, it would have been sacrifice, not counted as that bad. So, in the stat column, it looks a little bit worse, but really, you did what you wanted to do. You advanced runners to second and third. You have Maya Waldron up at the plate, and you have only one out. So, a sacrifice fly is in the works. If you squeeze one through, 2 runs can come in.
And Maya is the designated hitter right now.
High hit, she drives it, and just between short and third, and that'll bring in Jodwin. Carr not able to go from second to third, and we have runners on first and second again with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Ontario has closed the lead to 4, 6-2. Quebec over.
Waldron with the RBI single.
Yeah, and this started with an error, a little bloop that second baseman hustled over, couldn't make the catch.
We talked about errors and just being able to capitalize them last game. And, reference games from last year where errors, they almost seem to be more impactful than even hitting and pitching. And that we, again, in a game like this, if that error starts the rally or doesn't start the rally, what does that mean at the final gun? And we'll see that here. Nice solid hit right back to the first, or right back to Ahad, who throws it to first. Quebec fans wanting to throw out the runner at third, but with 2 outs here, if they can get another one of those, that runner advancing from second to third won't matter. That was Tess Foreman who grounded out, advancing the runners once again. And now we have Caitlin Tomotsuku
ahead at 46 pitches, meeting with the manager.
Yeah, she's hit over 45, so she's likely, they're trying to make sure she gets to that 60 mark.
Mm-hmm.
Very strong pitcher, and hoping to keep Ontario's runs at 2 through the end of 4 innings. First pitch coming up. Driven out into right field. Diving play, doesn't make it, and that'll bring in 2 runs. And there's Ontario getting 4 runs this inning with 2 outs. 2 RBI single for Tomotsuku. And now the game is a very close 6-4. And we talked about that entering this inning, that Ontario, they can do this, and this is what they did. Not only are they, only down by 2 now instead of 6, but they have that momentum, which is such a huge thing in baseball, and almost seems more than any other sport where that momentum, you can just ride it, where, it seems more swingy maybe in other sports, but in baseball it's very hard to stop and then steal that momentum, and Quebec needs to pull something out here. They want to keep this lead.
A little action here in the Montreal bullpen. Looks like number 11, Noémie Lapointe, is setting up to go warm up.
Amber Flanagan's at the plate here, and there's 2 outs with a runner on first. Ahad trying to just keep the runner close. 6-4, Quebec over Ontario, but Ontario with 4 runs here in the bottom of the 4th, making this their big inning. Very good pickoff move by Ahad, but Tomotsuku.
Yeah, Tomotsuku. Looks like she wants to steal.
Called outside, ball 1. Yeah, if she can get second, then a ball that squeezes through the infield, she can get home. Where you have 2 outs being on first, it just, the thrower generally has the option of second or first to get an easy out if it's a ground ball. 1-0 pitch, driven hard to first base, and that'll end the inning. Great play by Fournier.
Great line defense there for Fournier. able to make a nice little move and catch that ball over the bag, keeping it fair.
But Ontario did what it was hoping to do, getting 4 runs and just cutting into that lead. Can't win it all. Well, you can sometimes, but making a 6-run deficit, a 2-run deficit is definitely a victory as we go into the top of the 5th inning. And we will be back after a short commercial break.
The town of Stonewall is a great place to call home. Located just 25 kilometers north of Winnipeg, we offer our residents an abundance of services and amenities, from quality schools to a hospital with a fully functioning emergency room to great seniors housing. Our recreational facilities are second to none. The Veterans Memorial Sports Complex, the Heritage Arts Centre, Fines Field at Quarry Park, our paved walking paths, nature trails, and our jewel, Kinsman Lake. Stonewall has a strong base of businesses full of dedicated community-minded entrepreneurs that include a full range of retail and personal service businesses. Our industrial park has grown significantly in recent years, demonstrating the robust economy of our community and surrounding area. The quality of life experienced by our residents rivals any other community, which is why Stonewall is a great place to call home.
Welcome to MB Seeds. I'm Matt and this is B, and we're a family-run business. We've been operating since 2012 and we sell canola, soybeans, corn, wheat, barley, oats, and peas. We also run a cleaning facility on site just south of Low Farm where we can clean almost anything that you can grow. Come check us out today.
And we're back. Thank you to our sponsors to help us put this on. Getting kind of the lesser covered sports out to you, which just, you know, the more sports you covered, the more people end up loving it and playing the sport, which means there's more of the sport, and the more we get to cover, and it's just a great thing. As Quebec, they're hoping to steal the thunder from Ontario here. Adrian LeBlanc up to bat, called for a strike. It's the top of the 5th inning. Quebec does have the lead 6-4, but that last bottom inning, Ontario put up their 4 runs, so the sails the wind blowing kind of in Ontario's sails. That one up and high, ball 1.
Megan Crandall still pitching, obviously. Came in to clean up in the 4th, which was a big inning for Quebec. Quebec with 4 runs in that 4th inning. Hit through the order, so obviously looking to prevent that here.
Last year we did cover opening ceremonies, which will be after this game at 6 o'clock. This year we won't be doing that, just with the overheating issues. We're going to be just sticking everything in a cooler for our last game. Hard hit. Oh, and that gets over the left fielder's head. LeBlanc running to second now. Now, she had kind of come off the base path, almost looks like she thought it was caught, and then it just got by. And we talked about that extra space behind the fielders as they kind of play shallow in these full-size fields, that if you get it behind there, those hard hits, there's a lot of running, and they can't always get underneath, or if they do get underneath, it's not with enough time to turn around and adjust. But we have Gouvernement, who got a base hit last time, RBI 2, I believe. Mm-hmm. With our overheating issues, I stopped taking down my own scorecard, but luckily Cassidy has
flew out on the second.
has a good setup here and is able to our unofficial box score.
Mm-hmm. Very unofficial.
1-0 pitch. Ooh, that was a late strike. He just kind of stood up and then finally casually just threw out a finger indicating strike. But
a conversation between the umpires and Ontario coaching staff during in between innings here. Not exactly sure what they were talking about, but
I think that last out he said the first baseman picked up the ball, or when she snagged the ball, it was actually on the outside of the base, meaning it should have been a foul. We're at an angle, obviously, and 1-2 pitch. Right, gets past the pitcher, but shortstop is there. Runner does advance to third, but they are able to get Guillermont out at first. You know, and those close ones.
It looked to be over the bag to me for sure.
Yeah.
It was,
over the bag, but was it over the line? You know, that's the thing.
Ontario's probably in their dugout is.
They do
on
have
the
a good
opposite
view,
side,
but it is long view. I
it's
guess
a long way away.
When it's that close, I just I trust the umps know what they're doing better than me, and that's why they're there and I'm not. 0-0 pitch inside on LaBelle for Quebec. She's the top of the order, I believe. Running through again.
Drew a walk in that fourth inning. That big fourth inning came around to score.
Ooh, that's the high pitch. Go down and catches the corner.
Yeah, Crandall doing a very good job here to put Ontario back on track after that rough fourth inning. But now down in the count, 3-1. Hitters count for LaBelle. With a runner on third. Swung, hit sharply at the second baseman, juggled it, and throws to first.
Luckily, the runner on third thought it was a caught, so tagged up, so she didn't make it home. So, you know, you drop the ball, but you get the out at first and no run, so it's just as good as a catch. And we have Senna Catterall up at plate with a runner on third here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Quebec is up 6-4, hoping to knock in that runner. First pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one.
Yeah, good job of getting in front of that ball. Looked like she was going to catch it, but I guess just looking like you're going to catch it is just as good as actually catching it.
When in that situation it was, yes. Now if there's 2 outs, that's a different story. And this hot day here. Stonewall. 1-1 pitch off the second baseman, gets herself in front of it and able to retire the side. 6-4 is the score. Ontario will be coming up to bat, hoping to close that and eliminate that 2-run lead that Quebec has over them.
Top of the order coming up for Ontario too, so this is probably where they want to where they're going to want to complete this comeback.
Yeah, they started the comeback with 2-3-4, so we'll see if they can do it again, and we'll be back right after a word from our sponsors. As we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, Ahad is still at on the mound. We did see some work in the bullpen last inning.
Top of the order for Team Ontario. Now batting
49.
49, so 11 more if she wants to pitch on Saturday. She goes over that, of course. They can pitch on Sunday in the bronze or gold medal games if she makes it to that, or Quebec.
Of course, the semifinals on Saturday.
1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. This is Wilcox up to bat. That pitch outside, 3-0 to Wilcox. Wilcox looking to get aboard here to start off this fifth inning. It's great control to, you want to get on base and finish the rally, close that lead to nothing, and 4-pitch walk there, and just able to hold back and not make a poor swing. Letting the balls go and making him throw strikes. So now you got that 2-3-4 coming up, which last time they were up did damage. They're up again, and this time they have a runner on to start.
Yeah, that's actually their first walk of the game. We saw tons of walks against Manitoba, as it looks like Ahad is coming out. She goes 4 innings. Given up 4 runs on 7 hits. There was 1 Quebec error.
And the scoreboard still has Ontario's error down with Quebec, but we know better than that scoreboard. Machines cannot replace us quite yet, but this pitching change, I'd like to thank, is brought to you by the Lumber Zone. They have an extensive delivery fleet with locations in Steinbach, Stonewall, and Transcona in Winnipeg. And they sell more than just wood. Lumber Zone is locally owned and operated by Manitobans and for Manitobans. Email info@thelumberzone.ca to get a quote on your next project. And also follow and like the U21's Women's Invitational Baseball post on Lumber Zone's Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook page. Doing so, you get a chance to win a gift card to be used at any Lumber Zone location. So, husbands, fellas, if your wife's been asking for that new deck and you're watching, a niece, a cousin, a daughter, and, you're just thinking, hey, I'm supposed to build that new deck. Just go on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and hit on like. And, we like everything now. Most pages have thousands of likes, right? And you don't even know what you've all liked. But just go add another one to that. And the U21 Women's Invitational Baseball lets them know that you're listening to us, and then you can win a gift card to, and if you don't want lumber from the Lumber Zone, again, they sell more. I wonder if they sell barbecues. It seems like something. You build a deck, you need a barbecue, so it's kind of like an accessory,
Maybe a nice cooler as well.
We could use that today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think they probably don't sell what you put in a cooler, though, right?
No,
like ice.
No, you're gonna have to go. Yeah, ice. Yeah. Soda, right? That's it?
Yeah. Liquor Mart. It's really hot. You need a lot of ice, whatever you're going to drink today.
Now batting for Team Ontario, number 14, the shortstop.
So we have Stephanie Ellis coming up, first batter against LaPointe.
She hit a double in the first inning and reached on an error in the fourth to kick off that big rally.
I actually got to interview Naomi last year. Unfortunately, when I went up and asked for her, I didn't think I should ask if she knows English because I don't know French, and she knows some English, a whole lot more English than I know French. But it was one of those things. In one of our first interviews with Quebec, and reached out to some French speakers that we know, like, hey, you want to come help us? But they all want to be at lakes and stuff today. I'm not sure why, but here we are. But Naomi did very good last year, and she's back again this year, and she is 18 years old, so has a few more years left at this tournament, we hope.
That foul moves the count to 1-2.
Again, we are in the bottom of the fifth. Ontario is down by 2, but with no outs and a runner on first. leadoff walk here. Got their 4 runs last inning, looking to continue that this inning.
Steele is on here. The tag is there, not in time.
That was such a close play, and I'm called safe.
Looked like she slid right under that tag.
Mm-hmm.
Good throw from Castillo.
And we talked about Castillo last year winning the award for best defensive catcher, and great arm on that throw, but just not enough. Wilcox had such a good lead, such a good jump.
Ellis
Stephanie
will
Ellis.
strike out.
One away in the
But you
fifth
still,
inning
now
for
you
Montreal.
have
Now batting
Joe
number
DeWin up,
41, playing first
and
base.
with a
Au
runner
Blanc,
on second,
numéro 41. La joueuse du premier but.
Ontario looking
Julia
to,
Jodoin.
well, they're still not out of it. There's only one out here. First called strike. Of course, Ontario can put up runs behind 0-2 in a count with 2 outs and no one on, and they can put together a rally. So they are still sitting comfortably this inning. Second pitch outside.
Count even now, 1-1.
We had ice cream delivered to our booth here. It's kind of a nice break, so if we don't chat your ear off as much, blame our wonderful service here on this very, very hot day. 2-1 is the count. The point against Joe DeWin. Runner on second. Called strike. Wilcox is so fast that I wouldn't be surprised if she kind of just starts running on hit and letting her coach send her back if need be. Blooper. Oh! Great play by the third baseman, but out of her glove on the diving play, but she keeps it in front of her, so Wilcox is not able to advance.
Would have been a tough throw, even.
Jodoin with the infield single. Bringing up to
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
number 20. Au bâton avec un retrait en cinquième manche. La voltigeuse du
You know,
centre
so
numéro
you're
20,
not
Emma
thinking-
Carr.
Not thinking right.
Emma Carr is up. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the fifth inning here. Just in a good position to get those last 2 runs to tie the game up and make this a brand new ball game. Pitch from the point. Oh, bunt. Gets down.
Good bunt.
Oh, bounces weird on the point. She's not able to get it in. And now we have bases loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the fifth.
And that's ruled an infield hit.
And we have Emily Baxter up with loaded bases.
Has a hit in this game.
Now
In the
batting
second
the
inning.
Catcher, number 12. Au bâton, la receveur de numéro 12, Emily Baxter.
First pitch, a little high. Maybe a little inside as well. Ontario just really getting into it now, and why not?
With
Great
it
inning last inning, and
down 6, and now you have the winning run in scoring position. Or the tying run, I should say. Oh! This should cash in both of them. As a good throw from the right fielder isn't enough. Just got past the first base.
2 RBI single, advancing the runner at first all the way to third, and again, it's a tie ball game here in the bottom of the fifth. 6-6 Ontario. Just tying it up.
Baxter singles bringing in 2
1 out
runs.
still.
Everybody out of the dugout to celebrate that one.
Hitter au bâton, la frappeuse désignée, number 29, numéro 29, Maya Waldron.
Maya Waldron now has runners on the corner and 1 out and someone on third. You know, you're looking to take that lead now. Very possible.
Fly ball here. A deep fly ball gives you the lead here.
And depending on where you are in the infield, they could still even send that runner home. Castillo trying to stop that steal, and people were a little bit worried. Usually they would just give that steal up, not wanting that runner on third, air throw or even a slow throw, but runner stays at third, second and third. Boot down, plate gets fouled back. Even up the count at 1-1. Evelyn cheering on the rally. She called for one last inning, and it started with 4 runs, and now we have 2 runners and 1 out, runners on second and third. Seems like Evelyn's cheering has worked here on Facebook. Grounded to the pitcher. Look the runner back to third. Throws her out at first, so a little bit of breathing room now for Quebec, only needing that 1 run, not having to worry about the runner coming in on third with 2 outs as they did with 1.
Yeah, LaPointe did a good job. Didn't panic. Knew she had the runner at first, but took her time to look down the third base runner. Of course, now both runners will be running on contact now with 2 outs. First pitch in there, hit right up the middle. There's a big gap right behind the second base. Runner is held at third, has to hustle back. Took the turn, and all of a sudden Ontario in the lead off of that Tess Foreman base hit.
Yeah, it was a good call by Ontario coach, though. You hear a ball hit that hard, you're on second, you're thinking I'm going home. And she rounds third base, and coach stopping her because the center fielder got to the ball quickly and made a hard throw. Keep her at third, so...
Pitching change here for Quebec.
Have Sophie Gagné up. Sophie was with the team last year, and we interviewed her. And again, we talked about Quebec's pitching this game, how just so complete and strong. But 7-6 here, losing their 6-run lead.
Your pitcher for Quebec,
They're going to be looking for something to
number 26.
Have a fall of stuff here, but they're looking at somebody to keep this.
Gagné.
Only be losing by 1 because, again, they can put bats and balls and get that lead right back. And the pitching change brought you by Canalta Hotels. 7-star commitment is in their DNA. They exist to provide above and beyond service in a welcoming and comfortable atmosphere. They have amazing beds, warm hot breakfast at no charge, and service guarantee. You'll enjoy your stay. Discover them today at canaltahotels.com.
Tomotsugu, last inning, part of that rally. Her base hit cashed in 2. So good. So 2 RBIs for her in this game.
I believe she had an RBI at least earlier against Manitoba.
Nice to see the second base player and batting 8th in the order, contributing to the offense.
Now batting for Team Ontario, playing second base, number 30, Caitlin Tamatsugu.
We'll have to see here 2 outs if Gagné can rescue Quebec, limit the damage, and keep this a 1-run game. First pitch, right in there for a strike.
Just kind of coming out and attack. Sometimes it's the best way to squash a rally is just to show that you're not intimidated. Ooh, that ball hits the dirt.
Nicely done by Castillo. Count even now, 1-1. Fouled back.
Good close. Good try by the catcher. 1-2 the count here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Sorry, bottom of the 5th inning. Again, the scoreboard has jumped an inning ahead.
That'll full count now for Tomotsugu. So runners will be looking to go. Runners on the corners here. That's high, and the bases will be loaded now.
Up to bat, Team Ontario, the right fielder, number 4. La voltigeuse de droite, la numéro 4, Amber Flanagan.
Amber Flanagan coming up 2 outs, but bases loaded here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch is low.
Even though that was a ball, that's a pretty good pitch.
Just inside. Ball 2.
Nice vision, nice feel for the strike zone by Flanagan there.
Strike.
That is a strike.
Put out in the outfielder, and it should be a fly out. Left fielder gets there and ends this inning. But a good inning by Ontario. 3 runs taking over the lead. 7-6. We're going into the top of the 6th inning.
I think we'll be
right back.
Drop out for a commercial break and be back with the 6th.
And now we're at top of the 6th. Brigitte Kelly coming up, facing Crandall. First pitch of the inning in the dirt. Nice block. See Joel chiming in. Something has me thinking that he likes that the sign for the lumber zone for personal reasons, maybe. Or maybe I advertised it well. I'm not sure.
It was a good read.
It's kind of a cool sign, especially for baseball. It's very fitting.
First pitch was a ball there.
Second pitch, called strike. Yeah, there we go. We got the lumber zone sign up there in the corner. No one. Oh, hard swing. 2-2 the count. No one looking quite that build in this tournament, though. Looks like in either a 2000s power hitter or a Super Nintendo hitter. Ooh, swing and strike 3. Kelly, great strikeout from Crandall.
Crandall came in, did a good job limiting the damage in Quebec's big inning. Pitched a shutout inning and now working into her third inning of action, technically.
Now batting, playing third base, number 32.
Now third base player, Adrienne Levesque, up. Of course, Adrienne called out for batter interference in the first inning.
Kind of an awkward one where we had to
Ball
chat up the rule. Well, we didn't. The umps did. We just kind of sat there with puzzled looks on our faces, wondering what will happen. Second pitch is high as well. Now, I knew if the batter hits the ball and it hits any of the runners, not just the one who did it, I know that runner is out. But I didn't know that the ball becomes dead with batter interference. So that I did not know. Ooh, high breaking ball, and that's ball 3.
I think not only, it's not that the ball becomes dead, is that the runners have to go back to their original position.
Yes, that might be it. Because, yeah, batter interference, well, I'll take the out, but kick the ball into the outfield or a dugout, or it makes sense. Another high pitch on Levesque, and she walks.
Strikeout and a walk to start this inning. Fielders not having to do much here so far.
Isabella Denis comes up. In most games, Ontario fielders don't seem to have to do much. But this game they did at the beginning of the game. But Crandall coming in and telling him, it's okay, guys, I got this. Doing a very good job.
Now that fourth inning. 4 runs for Quebec in that fourth inning.
Ontario's coach coming out to talk to Crandall. See what her pitch count is at. Officially, only 27. So, just maybe, 4-pitch walk, talking to her, trying to...
Crandall is 15.
Oh.
So...
We have a 35, not a 45.
Yeah.
Limit.
So, very...
15-year-old doing very good.
Yes.
Might be the best pitcher right now. Aha started very well and then let up a few runs there in her last inning pitch, but... I'm going, saying, hey, let's play some baseball. Ooh, breeze coming in from our backfield's nice.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
I'm sure the electronics are appreciative of us as well.
Mm-hmm. Pitch in the dirt. First ball is a ball. First pitch is a ball. People throwing water on themselves. As much as we'd like it on us, our electronics have decided that that's not a good thing. I don't know why electronics don't like... Oh! Go to shortstop. That could turn 2 here. 1, and will they get the knee? No, pitch or the throw from short is just a little high. But the runner stays at first, so no damage. Runners at first before and runners at first after was still an out. Yeah, it'd be nice if electronics just enjoyed the water. You could do, go to the beach and take your computer in it, or we could do aquatic sports there at Manitoba Sports Next. We do have BMX this weekend. That's your thing in between games. Go look for that link as well.
Get some waterproof cases, maybe?
Yeah. Mary-France Castillo is up, showing her abilities both at the bat, on the bases, and, all bat, bases, and behind the plate there. Defense. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Runner on first. Curveball goes outside.
Had an RBI double in the second inning. And came around to score in that inning as well. So
And very fast on the bases, and we talked about her catching ability, winning the award last year for this tournament. Defensive catcher. 2-0 pitch. There it is. Delivered in. Called strike. Oh, catcher that was a strong throw there. Sometimes you see that in the majors sometimes when a base runner is just getting too casual walking back to base after a pitch, and you throw them and all of a sudden they're out. A throw like that, it could happen here. Next pitch inside at the knees. 3-1.
We'll see here. Pitch count right now at 33 for Crandall.
Called strike. That fills the count.
That was a great pitch.
Be interesting.
That's a strike that's almost unhittable if you're
As
at
is
that
right
point in
on
the
right
count.
on your hands. Ooh, outside, and that'll likely be your last pitch. Pitch number 35. Want to save her for tomorrow? Yeah, and coach is switching around, calling in the center fielder, calling in a player from the bench. Do some defensive adjustments, and we will get that to you. First, we'd like to thank our Game Break sponsor here. Imperial Cabinets is conveniently located on 2424 Ferrier Street between Murray and Templeton in the north end of Winnipeg. They have a 2,500 square foot showroom, and it's open to the public Monday to Friday between 8 and 4:30. They offer traditional and contemporary, as well as fully customizable kitchen and bathroom cabinets. So if you need cabinets, go to Imperial Cabinet today. Whether in Winnipeg or north of Winnipeg, like we are here in Stonewall, we're not that far north. Looks like Emma Carr, number 20, is going to be taking the mound, getting her warm-ups in.
Help the offensive side out. Two base hits in this game. It came around to score both times in the fourth and the fifth.
This is one part of the game where for this level I'm not going to complain about it because our games have been going pretty quickly, but in MLB they're talking about what used to be 2 hour and 40-minute average game times. They're now 3 hours and 20 minutes, so 40 minutes, and trying to shave time. And it's like when you have dedicated pitchers and they're throwing in the bullpen, warming up, why do they need extra time here? Well, today it makes sense. Emma Carr, she was just in center field, so you know she may have warmed up a little bit before, but she needs that extra bit now. But,
she had to go change her glove.
Yeah. But for the majors, you got to wonder, you know, they're wanting to speed up the game, get it back to 3 hours, and they, you know, intentional walks no longer have to be thrown out. It's just point to the bag, and you got to wonder if this will be something that they say, hey, do you know what? Just do your warm-ups in your bullpen. You have a pro catcher, you have a pro everything back there. You can do it. But as Emma is warmed up after doing well in the outfield too,
Yeah.
she will take the mound.
Looking to close it out here.
And we got 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Runners on first and second though.
Bâton pour l'équipe du Québec, la joueuse de premier but, la numéro 17, Alex Fournier.
Alex Fournier is up to bat. Runners on first and second. Here's the first pitch from Emma Carr. Blowing out.
Fournier, a couple of base hits today. Two for 3 with an RBI. Came around to score in that 4th inning. That was that big inning for Quebec.
Looking to start a big inning here. Just a solid stroke of the bat that brings the ball through the infield and onto the outfield grass would do wonders for Quebec.
Is he sitting or is he passing? Tying run on second right now. Quebec down 1. Took a 6-0 lead in that 4th with a 4-run inning, but it was Ontario storming back right after. Good response.
4 runs in the bottom of the 4th and 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th, and taking the lead 7-6. Outside, 3-1 is the count.
If you like hits, today's your game. 10 hits and 9 hits, respectively, between the two teams.
Yeah, earlier today, you know, there's a lot of runs, but a lot of errors and a lot of walks, hits by pitches. There wasn't that many hits. Tick ball gets past the catcher.
Count goes to 3-2.
Now the wind seems to be picking up, kind of coming from our back, which is nice because it was hot. My face was feeling hot here in our tent. That's been feeling kind of stagnant. 3-2 pitch. Gets to the pitcher. Carr runs it halfway, throws it to Jodwin. And they get out of that 6th inning, top of the 6th, without any damage. 6-7. Quebec now down to Ontario after having a 6-run lead earlier in the game. We'll go into the bottom of the 6th. I'd like to thank our inning sponsor, all tournament, Sonova Credit Union. Sonova Credit Union, many branches are open on Saturdays from 9 to 4, including the ones in Stonewall, Selkirk, and Toulon. So if you're a 9 to 5er and you're sick of banks being closed, they have banker hours, and you just can never walk in and meet a teller. You can do so much banking online these days that you don't have to do as much, but sometimes you do need to go see a teller. Well, there you go, 9 to 4, not a 12 to 3 or a 10 to 12 or something, but almost a full day there. Go give Sonova Credit Union. They have 15 full-time branches: Stonewall, Toulon, Selkirk, Lac-de-Bonnet, Pinawa, Beausejour, Pine Falls, 2 in Oak Bank, Dugald, Birds Hill, Whitemouth, and 3 in Winnipeg. And of course then many of them open on Saturdays as well, 9 to 4. As we've said, they have the cool, cute mascots. Little St. Bernard, little, big St. Bernards there. As Gagné comes back to the mound. Castillo taking her spot behind the plate.
It's going to be one more, another inning starting for Ontario right at the top of the order. Lindsay Wilcox started that rally in the 5th by drawing a walk. She'll be coming up again, hoping to replicate that and extend this lead, try to put it out of reach a little bit.
2-3-4 was the lineup in the bottom of the 4th where they started it, and 1-2-3 was the start of the lineup in the 5th where they finished it. Or, well, I should say continued. It might not be finished, as 1-2-3 is due up again here in the bottom of the 6th. Ontario at the bat with a lead, 7-6. First pitch, called strike.
Action in the Quebec bullpen.
I was worried you were going to say Montreal again.
No.
You said that once this game. There are a few players, well, at least one player I saw from Montreal. I'm sure two it says on my sheet. Now, of course, all these other towns, some of them might be suburbs that consider themselves more or less Montreal. I don't know how they are. Second strike there, 1-2. A lot of players from Rivsud. I don't know how to say that. So with so many players from there, maybe one of their family or friends will be able to correct me. 2-2 pitch. Ooh! Solid thump. Now it's the first one we've seen this game, but there was a lot this first game. Manitoba hitting a lot of Ontario batters, but hasn't been a lot since then. Wilcox gets on base. Last inning was a walk. This inning was a hit. Stephanie Ellis.
Stephanie Ellis was one who really kicked off this whole rally. Down 6-0. She reached on an error and
with 2 outs.
Yeah. No, with just 1 out, or with no outs.
Oh, okay.
With no outs.
I'm thinking of a different inning.
You're thinking of a different inning, yes.
And there's the bunt, drops it down. They'll get her out at first, but the sack will advance Wilcox to second. Team Manitoba filtering in behind us. Going to watch the end of this game. Of course, you have an hour longer break in between games with opening ceremonies. Manitoba will be facing Saskatchewan at 7 p.m. Central Time. So that's 8 p.m. for you in the eastern side and 5 p.m. in Mountain Time. I don't think we have any Pacific time zone this year with BC gone, as Jodouin hits it down the third base line.
Couple players from BC, couple players from Alberta, maybe.
So 7 Central is 5 for you guys. You're going to watch. I guess, the BC players are on Saskatchewan, so they might be turning in at 5 o'clock their time as Jodouin hits it between third and short, advancing Wilcox to third as well. Ontario with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, looking in a strong position to be extending their lead with Emma Carr, center field turned pitcher, up to bat.
Field one in singles, bringing up the pitcher number 20. Un retrait en sixième manche, au bâton, la lanceuse, la numéro 20, Emma Carr.
That's Julia's third hit of the game. She's hit in the fourth. She's got a base hit in the fifth and a base hit in the sixth. And I think pretty much every one of those no doubters just straight through a gap in the infield.
Hard hit by Emma, but that'll likely be caught by the left fielder. Sacrifice fly chance, and Wilcox will make it easily. Home. Extending Ontario's lead to 8-6 here in the bottom of the sixth. Two outs now, though.
So that's all about Stephanie Ellis's sacrifice bunt there. Ontario able to maneuver Lindsay Wilcox to third base with one out and cashes in with the sacrifice fly.
Now we have number 12, Emily Baxter, and the back catcher. A little high there. I'm seeing Emily some strong throws from behind the plate there this game. Trying to catch first base runner on first, casually walking back after a pitch. Here with a 1-1 count now. Pitch a little high, 2-1. Inside, 3-1. I'm going to lose my shade, I think, for the next game. The sun's almost moved enough to the right here that it'll be coming just below my sunshade on the edge. But 3-1 pitch, called strike, just above. But luckily, because I have the computer here that runs some of the stuff and it's been getting hot, I'm going to be moved closer to the air conditioning, and Cassidy will be kicked out.
Let's do a little swap here.
Yeah, it'll keep me cool as Baxter walks. And just a hot, and like we said earlier, today's supposed to be the cool day of the four games this weekend, although Sunday is not a full day. We'll be done baseball. Well, I guess the second game's at noon, high noon. They call that for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Glenn says he will do our jobs for us.
1 p.m. gold medal game on Sunday, so it's going to be even worse.
So today we are at our high of 29 right now. Tomorrow it is going to be 34 with no clouds. Today is called partly cloudy. Ooh, there's a nice hard drive to shortstop to end that inning. That was Megan Crandall, 15-year-old who is pitching very, very well this game. Yeah, they say partly cloudy, and I think that part was the part of the day we had 3 clouds, because I don't see any right now. But yeah, 29 right now. But tomorrow is supposed to be 34, no clouds. Saturday's supposed to be 35, no clouds, and Sunday 36. So, like we said, the cool day, and we'll be right back with the top of the 7th inning.
The town of Stonewall is a great place to call home. Located just 25 kilometers north of Winnipeg, we offer our residents an abundance of services and amenities, from quality schools to a hospital with a fully functioning emergency room to great seniors housing. Our recreational facilities are second to none. The Veterans Memorial Sports Complex, the Heritage Arts Centre, Fines Field at Quarry Park, our paved walking paths, nature trails, and our jewel, Kinsman Lake. Stonewall has a strong base of businesses full of dedicated community-minded entrepreneurs that include a full range of retail and personal service businesses. Our industrial park has grown significantly in recent years, demonstrating the robust economy of our community and surrounding area. The quality of life experienced by our residents rivals any other community, which is why Stonewall is a great place to call home.
And we're back.
So now or never for Quebec.
Top of the 7th. LeBlanc is up, facing Emma Carr. Emma hoping to close this out. First pitch in the dirt. 1-0. Ontario coach coming and shifting his outfield. They're playing the pole, and he's saying, no, don't do that way out there. So they obviously know LeBlanc enough to know that she doesn't pull that hard. Another low pitch.
Catcher there, Emily Baxter, looking like a early 1910s hockey goalie with her save on that one.
Oh, with the small pads.
Yeah, the small pads. Yeah,
I thought maybe the heat was just getting to you and
No,
you're making stuff up.
No, not yet. Ask me on Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Strike 2 here, 2-2. Of course, we will have that. We'll have every game for you here, Manitoba Sports Network. We have another game tonight at 7. 4 games tomorrow, 4 games Saturday, and 2 games on Sunday. Nice breaking ball. Contact from LeBlanc. Foul off to the left there.
Good defensive swing there. Staying alive.
Just like the Bee Gees.
They should play that when a nice little save there.
2-2 pitch. Hard hit. LeBlanc gets past the third baseman. That'll be a base hit. Great effort by left fielder there to keep her to 1.
LeBlanc has reached every time she's come up. Reached on a fielder's choice. And now has 2 singles and a double.
They're going to pinch run LeBlanc. That is number 88, Emily Dugas.
Dugas, yeah, Emily Dugas.
Get her first time out on the field today, or on the diamond. Gouvernement will be at the plate. She has an RBI today.
LeBlanc was the DH, so no defensive changes necessary for Quebec.
LeBlanc just looks, and I think we can see from swinging and such that she's more that power hitter build, and even if it's only a step or two faster, that might be all that they need for another run here. In the major leagues, you have some guys that don't hit often. They come in on the field in this situation. They can't hit the broadside of the barn, but they can run really good. So even if it's only a step or two faster, that's all you might need.
You've got to think the steal is on here. Obviously, Carr thinks so too. Tries the pick off. Gouvernement looking to
get the bat on the ball and move the runner. Of course, she is the tying runner there at home, so she wants to do something as well. She doesn't want to just move the runner and get out. Something through the infield or just driven deep in the outfield, of course. Hard swing, but foul. It's one of those things, it's... You'll hear sometimes commentators say, oh, they would love to hit one deep, and it's like, well, 90% of the times you're at bat, you want to hit one deep. There's a few squeeze bunt plays or the Ichiro Suzuki just slap the ball down plays, but inside, 2-1. So it feels kind of silly when you say she wants to do this or hit the ball deep, because that kind of goes without saying. If she can get it over any of the outfielders' head, it's a bonus, and there is the run. Oh, I think the throw was in time, but shortstop there just didn't get it in her glove and couldn't make the tag.
Tough catch off the bounce there. That's a bit of at this point in the game, that part of the field's a little chewed up. It's not like the majors where at the 5th inning break they come around with the smoother.
Yeah. And there's been issues with the sand for every team all day today. It'll bounce, just soft little bounce in the grass, and it seems to get new life as soon as they hit that sand. And
it goes straight up into the air, it seems like, when if it goes grass to sand.
Aucun retrait en septième manche et au bâton.
So walk there. Gouvernement makes it to first.
The center fielder, number 4, la numéro 4, Catherine Labelle.
Catherine Labelle.
Back to the top of the order here for Quebec, so that's where they want to be.
No outs here in the top of the 7th. Quebec down by 2, needing a run, do or die time. Emily rushes over to third, makes it. Pitcher gets the out though, but a great sacrifice bunt for LaBelle.
I'd like to see that from your interesting decision to see your leadoff hitter lay down a bunt there.
With no outs in a situation like this, you got your tying runs now at second with 1 out. Catterell, second hitter, and then you got your 3 and 4 up. It makes sense. This is what you need to do whatever it takes. Ontario coming, having a little powwow here to
action in the bullpen as well for Ontario. Looking to close out this game. They're 2 outs away.
We'll take this game break to thank our sponsors, Imperial Cabinets. They're conveniently located on 2424 Ferrier Street between Murray and Templeton in the north end of Winnipeg. We need kitchen or bathroom cabinets, whether contemporary, or traditional, or even a custom style. Check out Imperial Cabinets. Senna Catterall at the plate. Again, runners second and third. 1 out, top of the 7th. Hits the ball, goes to short, and 1 run will score. Oh! Ball does not, or Joe DeWinn's not able to get a hold of that ball, and there will still be 1 out. So Quebec is now sitting pretty. Runners on the corner with only 1 out here, down by 1 now. They have that lead, 8-7.
This is just good, smart baseball here from Quebec. Nice substitution. Dugas goes in after your designated hitter gets a base hit, steals second, gets the third, and uses her speed to get home, generate a run.
Now you have Bridget Kelly, your number 3. You know that's the spot. When you are the person, you hit number 3, and that's Bridget Kelly right now. Runners on the corners. First pitch, called strike. Top of the 7th inning here. Ontario is up 8-7. Second pitch. They will give the steal, not risking that wild pitch ball into the outfield, which we've seen this game.
Yep.
Although I think it was Quebec. 1-1 pitch. Ooh, little high. Inside even. Emma wants a new ball. Just that one too scuffed up. They don't change balls as much as the majors, but when that ball starts getting scuffed, you know, there's a little scuff pitchers like, so you get more break on it, but when it gets a lot of scuff, you just can't control your placement. That ball's low, 3-1. And it's actually, it's amazing that even at this level, but even at when I did a Bantam game, just to see how fast they scuff up their balls, you get these nice shiny new balls, and pitch, swing, count is full. And these balls, they get looking like a dog chew toy after, 10 pitches. Full count here. Here's a pitch. Popped up. Catcher's able to grab it, keep the runners on second and third. So breathing room for Ontario now. 2 outs. They are an out away from the win, but with runners on second and third. And cleanup hitter, Levesque. Arian Levesque. My farmer French accent. I like that. I've never heard the farmer accent. You used it earlier this game, and I think I'm going to stick with that. First pitch, low. Good block by back catcher Emily Baxter. Of course, I've never farmed, but I'm from a farm town, so...
McCarr still in this game, despite the action in the Ontario bullpen.
It could be in case they get one more run and goes extra, or they get a couple runs, go up, and you want to just calm things down. And sometimes, just as in hockey, you sometimes pull your goalie, even no fault to them. In baseball, you can do that with a pitcher, just it's not that they're not pitching well. 2-0 pitch. Oh, that's driven to center. And in one bounce, ties up the game. As Gouvernement comes from third to home. Catterall goes from second to third. And the game is tied. Runners on the quarters.
And our
top of the 7th inning.
Glenn is not happy. He's ready to. He's ready to get these electronics a little bit cooler.
It's one of those things. Is you want to see a good game. You love the close excitement, but it's getting hard to be excited because it's hot. Oh, great hit! That's going deep, but right to the right fielder, and Quebec is able to get 2 runs, and the game is tied here, going into the bottom of the 7th. So we will have a full game here. And again, we like the close game. It's great. But do you know what? It's really hot. But Quebec, this is their first game. So they don't have to worry about another game after this. So they're happy to be cheering now in this 30-degree heat. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th after a short commercial break. And we're back.
Playing third base, number 17.
This is where you want to be. I get if you're a hitter, chance to win the game in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, as much as she would love to win the game here, I think she'll take getting on base. But yes, tie game, bottom of 7th. Just been such a seesaw of a game. 6-0 Quebec. Ontario comes back. 3 innings makes it 8 to. Oh man, my math is. Can you tell? Sorry, 8-0 or 8 to 6, not 8-0. Yeah. And now then Quebec puts up 2, tying it back at 8. Gagne, not the way she wanted to start this inning. 3 balls. And Tess Foreman will walk, and I think this is 3 innings in a row where the opening has been a walk. 2 of those being Lindsay Wilcox, leading off the order at number 1 with a walk. The inning before that was reach on air to start the inning, and all those innings ended up with multiple runs for Ontario. So
Tomotsugu coming up here has 2 RBIs in this game.
and one in the earlier game. So is talking with Gagne. I'm not sure if it's been. No, yeah, she is passing the ball. So we will have a pitching break here, and we'll let you know. But this game break, we'll let Jasmine. That is Megan Jasmine from Montreal, 17 years old. We'll be replacing her, so she'll get some warm-ups here. This game break is brought to you by the Lumber Zone, with an extensive delivery fleet and locations in Steinbach, Stonewall, and Transcona in Winnipeg. They are more than just wood. The Lumber Zone is locally owned and operated by Manitobans for Manitobans. Email them at info@thelumberzone.ca. to get a quote on your next project. And of course, if you do need something from the Lumber Zone, go over to Lumber Zone's Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook page, and follow and like the U21 Women's Invitational Baseball post for a chance to win a gift card to use at any of the Lumber Zone locations. So we were talking earlier to see if Joel is still here. Joel, do you guys sell barbecues there? Maybe you can post that here. We were talking about how once these husbands come to you and build their decks, can they use that gift card to buy themselves a barbecue so they actually get something out of it as well?
Yeah, if you already have a deck, right?
Yeah, you need a barbecue for that deck.
Yeah.
It should be a new barbecue for your new deck.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're worried, men, that your wives are going to be like, you can't spend that money on the barbecue, buy a patio set as well. So do you have barbecues and do you have patio sets? Like, just do it with a full deck.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
at it, get a gift card.
Package.
There you go. That'd be nice, eh? Although right now I'm not sure I want a barbecue. I want, like, ice cream everything, just cold.
Yeah.
It is.
Do you sell ice cream machines, maybe? Look at
There we go. Ice cream.
Lumber Zone ice cream
Good.
machine? I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe you can build one out of lumber.
Yeah.
There we go, Joel. Has anyone ever built an ice cream machine out of lumber? If they have, that'd be pretty impressive, and you should get them to share a picture, and maybe for our next game, people can look at that. And as we have Megan, Jasmine, first pitch is a ball. Caitlin Tomatsuku showing bunt.
1 run.
Oh, I was getting confused again. So I had 2 outs on the thing, and I know it's hot here, and I was wondering if blood was having a hard time getting to my brain. So,
Sack bunt. You only need 1 run here, so getting that run in the scoring position is very valuable for the team.
we have Jessica McPherson,
That's a pinch hit, obviously, but we're at the bottom of the order right now.
Essex, Ontario. We saw her briefly, I believe, in the earlier game today.
Came in midway as well, so maybe a bit of a insert into the lineup hitter for Ontario, it seems like.
Someone fresh, someone who's not overheating like we are, as we stumble and bubble over words.
Jessica McPherson.
Somebody who's been sitting in the nice cool dugout and just
Looks nice, although
watching all the fielders stand out there in the sun all the time. She's fresh, ready to go.
Dugouts doesn't look like the air moves, so they might be overheating there too. With 1 out here, bottom of the 7th, runner on second. First pitch is a called strike. See her coach telling her choke up a little bit. Again, she's not. She take a deep hit, but that's not what she's going for here. She just wants to get the ball on the turf. That one goes out and foul. Whether it's in the infield and slides through, or in the outfield and advance that runner. Now, it would be better if the runner's on third with 1 out, but if the runner's on third with 2 outs, it's not a complete loss. Just move the runner. 0-2 pitch. Ooh. Zinger just outside, says the ump. 1-2.
Jasmine, throw him with some good velocity. That's what you want out of your later pitchers.
Tip back, wakes Glenn up here next to our booth. Sort of wakes him up.
Maybe.
He looks warm, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He is bright red. And he hasn't been like direct sun, that bright red of just heat in his body rising. Or he's embarrassed because I've called him out. Hard hit.
Oh,
what a
great
play.
catch.
That looked like a goalie from any era right
Yeah.
there, splashing the leather.
Jasmine helping her own cause here, trying to get through this inning. 7th inning here.
Man, that'd just sting if it hit your palm. And there we are. We are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th, looking in at extra innings. If Lindsay Wilcox can't get her bat on the ball and move the runner. Good block by Castillo. 1-0.
Wilcox, leadoff hitter, managed to get aboard twice.
On walks both times.
I believe one was hit by pitch, actually.
Oh. Ooh, popped up, in play, Castillo going, underneath the ball.
Oh!
Upset
Tough
her.
run.
Yeah, she got there, and you got to then move your glove to where the ball is because you're in the full-out sprint. Pumping your arms back and forth, and
did a very good job of getting that mask off quickly and moving.
And of course, we talked about the sun no longer being a hassle out in center, but it's actually kind of behind third there. So you're running, you're kind of looking at it. Great play though, 1-1 pitch up and go snatch some. Right behind the sound equipment, they're setting up for the opening ceremonies.
Musicians got to stay protect their instruments here, as you can see somebody with a violin.
And got an acoustic guitar back there too. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball just outside. 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Hit. Center field. Center fielder gets into position, gets under it, and that will send this into extra innings.
Extra innings, extra baseball, free baseball here.
So Quebec goes up 6-0 early in the game.
Yep.
Ontario comes back, 4 runs, 3 runs, 1 run, and then Quebec decides we're going to tie it up. Ontario can't get back at them. Now we are at 8-8 to the top of the 8th inning. We'll be back after a commercial break.
The town of Stonewall is a great place to call home. Located just 25 kilometers north of Winnipeg, we offer our residents an abundance of services and amenities, from quality schools to a hospital with a fully functioning emergency room to great seniors housing. Our recreational facilities are second to none. The Veterans Memorial Sports Complex, the Heritage Arts Centre, Fines Field at Quarry Park, our paved walking paths, nature trails, and our jewel, Kinsman Lake. Stonewall has a strong base of businesses full of dedicated community-minded entrepreneurs that include a full range of retail and personal service businesses. Our industrial park has grown significantly in recent years, demonstrating the robust economy of our community and surrounding area. The quality of life experienced by our residents rivals any other community, which is why Stonewall is a great place to call home.
And we're back. And so we have an international tiebreaker rule, so they don't want extra innings to go forever, but they want a winner to be had. So here's what happens is the last 2 batters in the last inning, they go to first and second. And so now you have batters on base, which just makes it a little bit easier to get runs in. So each team gets a chance like that, and we just hope that runs happen quickly. We love a close game, don't get us wrong. It's great. It's an exciting game, but it's hot.
So it's Levesque at second and Denis at first, I believe.
And Castillo at home, ready and showing bunt. She does lay it down. Oh, and it gets by the pitcher, and bases are loaded.
That's a perfect bunt.
Just gets right by the. Of course, when you have a runner on second, the third baseman can't play up as they would on a bunt, and it gets by the pitcher, and that was again, perfect. And of course, we talked about Castillo's speed, and she's able to make it to first with Alex Fournier. Ooh, good block.
Very nice block there.
That's Alex Fournier.
Baxter having a pretty good game at catcher, in the catcher position herself.
I've been praising other catchers, and she's come and said, "Hey, I didn't get any in the first game, so I'm going to get some in the second game," and rightly deserved. She's been blocking very good, and we've seen some really strong throws to, just
haven't quite gotten those throwouts, but definitely put them on the right track, making it tough for Quebec.
Mm-hmm. Makes the runners, take not as big a lead, or kind of have to tire themselves out, being extra focused, getting back after every single pitch. 1-1 pitch, Nice solid hit. That's center, and that will drive in 1 run. Oh, second. Castillo will be held up at third. So Levesque and Denis gets in, and Denis kind of slowed down there coming to third, but the ball slid past the center baseman underneath her center fielder, and so she was able to get as well. So 10-8. So those 2 extra runners in the international overtime or extra inning rules have come in.
Yep.
And now we have who is a pinch runner. Emily Dugas is now here hitting, getting her instructions there from the third base coach. So I'll have her first at bat. And she was one of the 2 runs last inning, I believe, as a pinch runner. Oh, showing bunt. Went high, so pulled back, but the runner running from first to second.
Direction on the hitter.
Yeah, Emily Dugas doing a great job on the base pass. Stole second, advanced to third on sacrifice, and then came home. So that's what you want out of a pinch runner.
Now she has a chance to lay down the bunt and possibly knock in a runner. Although it would be interesting to see runners on first or second and third instead of first and third if she'll take a full swing here. Another high pitch. 3-0 is the count.
Carr still in here.
Talked about Quebec's bench getting very loud and encouraging compared to other teams, and you might be able to hear them in the background now. Takes that 3-0 pitch.
They were quieted a bit with the big rally back from Ontario, but now they're getting vocal again with the taking the lead here in the 8th.
Slow breaking ball and good eye from Dugas. That'll bring. Oh, we got a time here, coach, but that'll bring Eliane Gouvernement with bases loaded, no outs here in the top of the first extra inning. Of course, we'll take this game break. Thank our game break sponsor, Home Run Sports in Winnipeg. They have everything there, if sports related. Even if it's just, kind of a sport, or as I like to call them, pastimes, like golf. Actually, I do enjoy golf, but I just decided to poke at Cassidy there. But they have stuff for that too, so give them a look. Home Run Sports there in Winnipeg, our game break sponsor. Thank you for helping us put this weekend on. U21 Invitational and Stonewall, Manitoba. First pitch to Gouvernement.
This gold medal rematch. It's a gold medal rematch from last year. You had high expectations, and they're definitely meeting that. We're into extra innings here. Quebec able to cash in on their runners that got placed on base in the extra innings, and are now up 10-8. No outs, bases loaded.
And Gouvernement hits it and drops down right before left field. All advances move run, and Castillo comes in for their 11th run. Again, with international extra inning rules, just to make sure there's enough runs for a quick resolution. So if the 4th hitter coming up, the 3rd hitter goes to first, and the 2nd hitter in the lineup goes to second. And so that's what happened, and Quebec is able to knock them in. Castillo starting that off, and now she's coming in herself. Bases are still loaded with Catherine Labelle, and it looks like we will have a pitching around. And of course, when you get pulled as a pitcher and you go on bench, you're still eligible to come in as a fielder. So you'll see that where one of the players will be pulled either as a pitcher or from the field, and they'll come in as pitcher or vice versa. So we will get his break. It looks like says 42, which I do not have on my sheet of paper.
No. Just going to look through the official schedule. Let's see if it's the official program we have here as well. Trying to track down Team Ontario. It's folded up a little weird. And no 42 on here either.
So when we hear her name called out, we will let you know. But again, we'll like to thank our game Game Break sponsors. We have Canalta. I can't even say that right now. But anyway, you'll see it on the screen. Hotels. Apologize to the hotel. It's very hot. We're going to just keep saying all our mistakes for today are thanked for that. But they have amazing beds, warm hot breakfast at no charge, and 7-star service guarantee that you'll enjoy your stay. Discover them today at canaltahotels.com.
So that's Hannah Chaco coming into pitch. She is number 13 in our program. So that mystery is solved.
And we did have her earlier in this game, and you know what? I was briefly confused because I thought I wrote down 40, or I thought it was 42, but I heard Chaco, and so I just kind of ran with it the rest of the game. And apparently I should have looked at that earlier.
Au bâton pour l'équipe du Québec, la numéro 4, la voltigeuse de centre.
So we have Catherine Labelle at the plate, loaded bases, new count, and no outs here in the top of the 8th, which is the first extra inning, and it's Ontario versus Quebec game.
Yes, it is. You got the hiccup.
Second pitch, outside as well, 2-0.
"15 hits for Quebec in this game so far."
I think that's more than each of the other 2 games, maybe even combined. And then 11 for Ontario, so just a lot of hits this game. 2 very strong. Of course, both those games ended short on the mercy rule, so that played in. 2-1 pitch, out high and outside, 3-1.
So I guess Quebec and Ontario trying to make up for the fact that we had 2 mercy rule games earlier in the game. They're like, well, we'll give them. We lost out on a few innings earlier in the game day, so we'll give the fans a couple more extra here.
Well, these games are slotted in for 3 hours, and the ball is popped up. See the left fielder, able to get underneath it, and they won't try to tag up and run in. So that's the first out of the top of the inning. But they're scheduled for 3 hours, and we're still at the 2 hour and 40 minute mark. Of course, they need to redo the fields after, so there's some time for that. But even with the lot of runs, I guess this game was moving pretty good. But last couple innings is kind of course, you're trying to win, so you're more stoppages for the coaches coming out, pitcher change. It's kind of slowed down, but Senna Catterall.
If you think way back to that first inning, she was actually caught stealing to third to end that inning. So maybe that if that goes the other way, we could not be playing right now.
And a little pop-out right there to shortstop, and loaded bases with no outs. Well, now you got loaded bases with 2 outs, and they did have gotten 3 runs, but their hope for putting up even more, making this lead insurmountable, has slimmed some as Bridget Kelly comes up. But it takes 1 solid hit through the infield, and you got 3 more runs, so that's, very possible still. Bridget Kelly hitting hard, but foul.
I don't think there's any action in either bullpen at this point.
Interesting to see if
I think Ontario is going to run with Chaco to get this final out.
And Jasmine coming in relief last inning. Still have a fresh enough arm. Did well in her relief. Try to finish this out and get the win for her team. There's the pitch.
Into the dirt.
1-1 is the count. One pitch. Off speed. 2-1. Driving hard. Almost hit a runner on third. That's Fournier. Evens it out at 2.
Bases still loaded.
Pitch in the dirt, fills the count.
Santa Catarina looking to extend this lead, put the pressure on Ontario in the bottom half of this extra inning.
Full count pitch. That's driven into left. It's in foul territory. Left fielder not able to get there. So the at-bat stays alive.
Yeah, they were running on the pitch because of the full count and 2 outs. So it's going to take a bit for everyone to get back to their base.
Reaches, swings, gets to short. Bounces normal this time. Gets it over to first, and Jodoin is able to get it. Now, that looks like a routine play, and you'd say, well, it is, but today it hasn't been. When that ball goes from grass to sand, it's almost like a cartoon where they have the magnet in it and they decide to raise it over or shoot it some other way. It's just been hard-packed sand, but it's loose enough now they're able to make that play. 3 runs on 3 hits, and now Quebec is up 11-8. Evelyn will be calling forth another rally as she did earlier in the game, and it worked, and we'll see if it is coming into the bottom of the 8th. We'll be back after a short commercial break. We are back, bottom of the 8th, and remember international rules. So the last 2 hitters of last innings, the last hitter goes to first, and the second last hitter, in the order, goes to second. And I believe they're both pinch runners now.
I think so. Not 100% sure there. I know one of them is for sure.
And we have Stephanie Ellis at the plate. It'd be weird to see Wilcox being pinch run for over at first.
No, she's on first.
So
yeah,
she's on first, but
the
number 9 hitter, second pitch. Ooh, Ellis blops it foul. Looks like number 12, Emily Bax. No, 42. Oh, that's Hannah Chaco.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
She is our what would be the 9th hitter of last inning. She's taking that place over on second base there for the international extra inning rules, and that's just to get runners on base, get runs quicker, so we don't have to worry about 12, 13, 16 inning games. I know that's not common in the majors, but it has happened. 1-2 pitch, driven. She takes the lead runner at third, not able to turn 2.
Not in time, very close.
Kind of an interesting call, but we'll see if it's the right one. Do you go for the double 1-2 or first and second base, or one out at third? And if you win, then it's just in speculation. But now with these 2 runners, if Jodine does a big hit,
you do have a 3-run lead here. So I think with a 2-run lead or a 1-run lead, you go for big. But Quebec has a little bit of wiggle room here.
See, I would say, well, with 1-run lead, I think you definitely take the person out at third because Then you have a person at third, and yeah, 2 outs is a good place to be. But you have Julia Jodoina up. She can do some power out. So I would rather have here with 1 out up by 3. I would rather have 1 runner on instead of 2. As she drives it maybe a little bit too high, it goes to center. And got it. So now we have 2 outs.
Yeah.
So the conversation is moot right now.
Short away, flies out to center field, 2 away.
As we have Emma Carr.
Number 20, center field. Au bâton, la voltige du centre, la numéro 20, Emma.
Of course, unless Emma Carr just drives a hard smacker, because then the game would have been done on a pop out like that. So people, I'd say they're on the edge of their seats, but it's so hot. They're kind of
Leaning back.
Yeah, edge of their seats in spirit. It is an intense game, a roller coaster. 3-run lead. The second pitch hits the dirt. 2-0 count. So Quebec is up 11-8 here in the bottom of the 8th, extra innings. So Ontario needs to get runs here. They're do or die time.
Game closing in on 2 hours, 50 minutes game time for a 7-inning game. Quite a long one, or for a scheduled 7-inning game, I should say. 4-pitch walk there for Jasmin.
Now you have bases loaded with 2 outs.
So tying run on first, winning run at home.
But you're able to go to any base, including home, for that last out.
2-out walk.
So
The catcher, number 12, au bâton, la numéro 12.
Emily Baxter, we've talked about her behind the plate. Now at the plate, I believe she's doing well. Oscar, unofficial guy here.
Yep. 2 hits and a walk. 2 for 3 on the day.
So that's pretty good. It's a pitch. Driven deep into center field.
It will
Drops
drop.
below. That's 1 run. Second is held up, but bases are still loaded with 2 outs here. Down by 2. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Ontario has closed the lead 11-9.
Baxter singles to center field.
We have Megan Crandall looking to get another hit.
Left fielder number 6, Megan Crandall.
First pitch from Jasmine. A little outside, maybe. It's hard to tell from this angle. It was pretty close, I think.
Crandall, the 15-year-old, good. Came in relief in pitching.
Ooh, a little high, and that's just one of the ones you want to win it for your team, but kind of jumping out before you should have. But still, early in the count, you can come back from that 1-1. Pitch. It's driven to short. Throw over. It's on target. It's not! And the tying run will come in.
The tying. Wow. Just out of the reach of the first base player.
And we have a tied ball game at 11 in the bottom of the 8th. Ontario with runner on the corners, 2 outs.
That's an error. Ruled an error.
Get the official score. Again, the scoreboard, sometimes not always sure what they post. They just posted 1 run to Quebec, but that was 2 runs to Ontario. Game is tied at 11. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th.
I think it's not a scoring issue. It's just hitting the wrong button issue.
Yeah.
They knew it was 11-11. They just hit the.
But the crowd wanted it right to help with their rally. It looks better when it's right. And Tess Foreman's up.
And all of a sudden, winning run is 90 feet away.
This is the second rally of Ontario, and it it's exciting, even in the heat. Glad to be here watching it. Called strike 1-1. Evelyn cheering on the second rally, and her cheers were answered earlier in the game, and they're answered again. So Evelyn should probably be hired by an MLB team. We need a rally master. So we'll have to share this. Oh, there's a blop down the foul line. 2-2 is the count. We'll have to share this video with MLB teams and see if Evelyn can get some call-ups to the bigs. Down by a few, you get Evelyn cheering for you. First base coach calling batter over.
Sounds like looks like he sees something.
Just a quick word. 2-2, tie game. Runners on the corners. Bottom of the eighth. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that was close, man. There's just a collective breath intake. The count is full. This is what you play in your backyard, full count. Oh!
Hit batter.
Now bases are loaded once again, but honestly,
really doesn't do much damage.
Runners on the corner for loaded bases. At this point, it's that runner on third that's the only one that matters. So Evelyn's on her feet, fist pumping, and I think more people would be here if it wasn't so hot. So people in Ontario, we are actually being played on a Best Buy smart refrigerator right now. I was told by one of the coaches on Ontario, his wife works there, and we are on the full door. I don't know if you've seen it, but the entire door is a TV. So
Please tweet that picture. Please tweet or Facebook that picture to us.
They might not have sound though because they're in a store, but maybe for next game.
Yeah.
We get Best Buy as a sponsor. I mean, it's a good shout out. A smart refrigerator, so you could be in your kitchen. You don't even have a TV anymore. You have your cool drinks, so you don't have to be outside in this heat. You sit in the kitchen, bring your lawn chair in, and you watch on your refrigerator.
Tamatsugu now.
First pitch inside. And it's exciting, even not, being a Manitoban, watching the games, it's exciting to me because it's just good baseball. It's one of those games where it doesn't matter who's on, you're excited. Except for, it's almost more exciting because of these players and their Canadian provinces than, say, if it was Cincinnati Reds versus San Francisco Giants. Sorry to any Reds and Giants fans, but that wouldn't excite me as much as this. The foul tip.
Count 2-1 now. Couple low balls. Tomotsugu has an RBI in this game, reached on a walk, and also had a key sacrifice bunt. As a pass ball on the pitch, and that will do it. Ontario snatching the victory here.
Second rally.
Another rally.
And just what a roller coaster, just coming back. But Quebec just showing a strong showing, a little bit weaker on pitching this year than last year, but on the scoreboard just putting a bunch of runs up. So in the rubber match of last year's gold medal game, they've shown that Ontario won't be able to just walk through. And Nova Scotia earlier today with a dominant showing over Saskatchewan. It'll be a very exciting tournament. But Ontario, 2 wins, no losses today. And
we're not going to do an interview for this game. We
gotta our time.
We're gonna have to go on break and get as much time as possible in between these games. Get these iPads cooled off. But what a game here, and I'm sure if you're another team watching as well, you're happy to see this go into extra innings and use up a few more pitches of both these players.
Tire them out in this heat. Of course, we call this the heat, but again, tomorrow and all weekend, this is the cool day. But we'll be back at 7 o'clock. Again, we apologize for not being with the opening ceremonies after this game. Our equipment earlier in the game, they overheated. We had issues. We don't want those issues for our next game. You live, you learn. We know for tomorrow how to rotate them. We're literally putting electronics in the cooler. And so we have Ariane LeBlanc, who is player of the game for Quebec. And, I mean, who do you give it to, Ontario? They're going to pick someone, but we have
And for Team
15-year-old.
Ontario, the catcher, number 12, Emily Baxter.
We have 15-year-old Megan Crandall. We have Emily Baxter. Those are the two that came to mind for me. But, I mean, you also have Emma Carr did just solid everywhere.
Yeah, she did do everything. Yeah.
And just Ontario team so good, and we'll be happy to see them again tomorrow.
Team Quebec,
So for Ontario, you play tomorrow at
I believe we're going to call all
noon against Saskatchewan. Quebec, you play first game tomorrow at 9 a.m. For everyone else, Manitoba and Saskatchewan will have that game 7 p.m. Today at Manitoba Sports Networks. That's 5 p.m. for our friends out in BC, 6 for the ones in between here in BC, and 8 o'clock for you out east. Kevin Larson with Cassidy. I'm not going to say your last name. Dekochik. Dekochik. Wrong accent. Manitoba Sports Network, all of us here. We'll see you at 7.